I'm gonna tell you later, man. Hawk is so unlucky, like always. It's unbelievable. At least they got his name right this time.
Yeah, he's getting there, slowly but surely.
Remember Hawk?
Of course I do. The Chinese. They're something special, aren't they?
They cause a lot of fun. For me, at least. And anger. And desperation. And then happiness again. It's the circle of dealing with Chinese.
Yeah. WeChat translator. So good.
Yeah, we will have a lot of fun there again. Can't wait to meet Kuka.
Is Ugri, by the way, gonna be staying the entire time?
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
That's really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing them again. It's gonna be a blast.
Foggy is already there, by the way.
Yeah, why is he there?
Practice.
For such a long time. But I mean,
Zero ping.
Yeah, but isn't like, let's say, 4 days of zero ping practice enough to get you used to zero ping? No? Alright.
The more zero ping, the better.
I bet he always is still walking to the internet cafe like half an hour each way.
Well, he's staying at Kuka's place, so... I don't know, maybe he's playing from there. Maybe from that cafe, I have no idea.
Yeah, man, he's so determined. I love watching that guy.
He was not seeing anything of Shanghai last time, and it ended up so well for him. Bronze medal at GCS is...
Best night of in the world.
Right after Yaw's accomplishment at WCA, the best result for a European player. Or for a CIS player. There was a big discussion yesterday at TI when... who won the game against the Chinese in the winner bracket?
Virtus Pro.
Virtus Pro. That the casters called the Russian team Western. And I thought, hey, it's so normal. Like, what? Why are they making such a fuss over it? But apparently in Dota, Russia is not Western.
Isn't everyone but the Asians Western?
I would say so. Oh, it's working! We see for the very first time hero choices and levels on a Back to Warcraft stream. Boom!
Players' forces are under attack.
World premiere right here. Awesome. Alright, we have both players creeping up early. WFZ going for the High Priest first. Of course, with the Ancient of War help, Night is going to be a little faster to get that ever so important level 2. In fact, his High Priest will give it to him. The ring so far, okay. I guess there's better stuff to be found, especially in the early game. But still, Demon Hunter is going to be the tank. Staying alive is always going to be very, very important. Is he going to try to go for a surround play with a Wand of Illusion? That would be super swag. He's walking over. It doesn't look like he's gonna try.
Yeah, we see this surround game in the early stages of Undead Night Elf a lot, and I wonder how fast Remind is by escaping. We know that Rudin is great at that, Foggy is great at that, Shishi, the acrobat, 50-50 I'd say, but Remind I'm not so sure.
Foggy is great at escaping. I think Foggy is great at walking into surrounds, to be honest. Oh, speaking of surrounds, almost getting that one archer there. Might still be able to hunt her down with Frostmourne. This way he can get triggered and tell me that it's not actually Frostmourne because it's not actually Arthas.
I just found a bug in our tool that if you cast an illusion, it counts as a second hero. Okay, bug report to our little programmer here.
1-for-1 trade so far, 1 archer for 1 ghoul. And WC doesn't really want to go creeping next to his main because there's 2 trappers and they can ensnare, obviously. And you don't want to lose too many ghouls too early on. In general, the Undead wants to try to retain those ghouls more so than an Isle wants with the archers, because of course, with Frenzy they are absolutely viable in the late game. Unless you're going up against a good panda. So, looking for these trades, for these pick-offs here. For Remind makes a lot of sense. And tier 2 compare. Whoa, dude, there's no Hunter Soul.
Oh, is he playing his talent stuff?
Oh my
again?
god, is he play? Yeah, I remember that game on Amazonia.
That was a disaster.
Dude, it was so bad.
I mean, I still like the idea in theory. Oh, nice block, by the way. I still like the idea in theory of disabling heroes with Cyclone, but there's such a small timing window for that. And it just in general doesn't work. Talents against Fiends, not the best idea. Gets the item.
Here?
Nah.
Starting to cosplay as Gandalf here. Going towards Lord of the Rings. Tier 2 done now. And yeah, this... Oh my god, he pulled a Foggy. The Hunter's Hall is coming. Just a little late.
Boy.
Just a smidge.
Oh well, he got a second hero. Can he? Yeah, he can tech, right? So it's still bad. It's still bad, but he kept WFZ busy, which was nice. Scroll of the Beast, not that great. He will have it later. And here comes the very first engagement of WFZ, but Remind, so many shots on his DK. Now comes a block with the Demon Hunter, which is very well executed by Remind. And he forces the town portal. I think great early game by the Night Elf here so far, except the Hunter's Hall, obviously.
And that's the Naga is so good on LR. You can secure both Ogre Magi's because she's always gonna be faster than the Lich. Actually, in the past, WFZ loved to play Naga second, but that's pretty all in. Transitioning into the late game isn't gonna be as strong because the Lich is gonna have a really tough time reaching higher levels. And yeah, here we can go, as you can see now, the second Ogre being taken. First item wasn't too great, but the second one sure is.
Oh yeah, Potion of Greater Healing, always nice. And the DK again, man, getting so many hits there. Nice block, but the Demon Hunter's in trouble again. Oh, the big healing potion coming in so handy now. But the Frost Arrow is over, and the DK can escape. Can he get a counter kill somehow? I mean, the ghouls are super overwhelming for the Night Elf army at the moment. Oh, the blocks. Remind is playing this so good. He's blocking himself with a massive ghouls, and the Naga for WFC will die. Can he get the revenge kill or not? Is there a coil coming? No, there's not. And his Naga escapes. Sorry for interrupting you.
As the dust settles, quite a few ghouls and the Naga for the Undead have fallen. But also every single archer.
Yeah,
the Ancients of Lore are up now, but they're so late, man. It's more than halfway through the tier 3 tech. It's gonna be forever till he has bears.
On the other side, tier 3 almost done. The altar will not be occupied, I guess. First Fiends are coming, Slaughterhouse up. No space for a Boneyard, or maybe here in the upper left of the Slaughterhouse.
Oh, Slaughterhouse also super late.
Yeah.
Maybe he forgot about it, or maybe he just didn't have the lumber.
Yeah, if you pull too many ghouls, it's definitely possible.
And without Destroyer upgrade and without statues in the first place, even with Frenzy Ghouls, I think Remind should feel safe for a long time. Of course he doesn't know about this. He doesn't know how late the Slaughterhouse is. But he has level 3 Demon now, and that is the most important ingredient in defending that Ghoul Frenzy pressure timing. But I don't know that it's actually gonna be coming.
It's not too many ghouls remaining. There's also no level 3 decay yet. There's no Lich yet. So WFC for that power spike needs a lot of time. I mean, he has to research Destroyer upgrade, and that alone takes a lot of time.
And you might even be able to do well enough without Destroyer form upgrade, because very early on there's only going to be one Reju. And of course not being able to dispel that is painful, but you can maybe get around it. But yeah, the rest of his heroes are just not in the state to do it. Oh, I love the Invis potion here on the Demon. It's a very well-known play though, so WFZ should honestly anticipate this.
I'm not too sure. There's no shade. Oh boy. Again, slow from the Dryads. The DK is in so much trouble and gets the kill there.
Oh, the Naga!
Yeah, it looks like a double kill. More and more slow coming in. No potion. Oh, the invul potion there. Not on the DK. The Naga, of course, not that important. Gets the kill on the Ogre Magi. Wand of the Wind for more disable. Oh, Nova! No! And they trade first heroes. Nova coming out of nowhere.
Big mistake there, having the staff on the Demon instead of the Naga. No TP and no staff on the Demon on the Naga. I mean, means that the Demon had no save. So fantastic pick off there.
There was the Wand of the Wind. If he's like super fast, he could realize that the Lich has mana and use the Wand of the Wind on the Lich to prevent the Nova.
That would have been the next level play, but didn't quite think of it. So Still, yeah, it was a good position for the Night Elf, but now he had to invest so many resources into the buyback. So he's still stuck on 37 supply, which is pretty bad. But he keeps on being aggressive.
45 for WFZ and a good amount of ghouls. He wanted to creep that rock golem now. Good timing again by Remind. Level 3 on the Naga now. But the first destroyer is up against the first bear. So many misses against this Demon Hunter. Such a tanky dude. Nice save. Here comes the Wind of the Wind. A little too late, but Inbu Potion chases the Naga and kills him with a mana burn. Third hero kill in just a few minutes. And now Wind of the Wind coming in so handy. Fork Lightning, and he gets the double kill. And now it's time to get the hell out of here.
Dude, this totally reminds me of Rudan. He's like, I have 3 units. Doesn't matter. I can still kill all your heroes.
That's true, man. And what a level advantage this is now for the Night Elf. Totally unexpected. Level 3.7, level 3.3 against, yeah, not one level 3 hero on the Undead side. This is pathetic.
Man. Unexpected, the damage here that the Night Elf could pull off. Expansion, by the way, is coming up in the back. Pretty late. Supply-wise, though, kind of normal, I guess, when the Night Elf nears 50 supply, but with all the buybacking he had to do and all the archers he has lost in the early stages of the game, it is still a late expo in the end. Demon Hunter is going to reach level 4 here very soon, giving him quite a bit more toughness. And not another ring, but this time it's a circlet.
Subby Mask for the DK as well as a Boneyard. The worms are coming, it's going to take some time. But then he's gonna be ready. Naga is back. Lich will follow up shortly as he's only level 1.
Yeah. Lich is gonna be the big weakness here of the Undead army.
Yeah.
Being played third obviously means automatically he's gonna have a harder time finding levels, but dying before taking the first creep camp, he's gonna be stuck on level 1 Nova for a very long time.
Ancient Django of Endurance for the Night Elf. More movement speed, so good. Especially if you kite with your Dryads and slow with the Naga, and then having increased movement speed against the Unholy Aura is very, very nice. 3 bears now. WFZ scouts it all, but only 3 Dryads. What's the anti-air solution of Remind? It is Hippogriffs. The Asians are realizing that Dryads are not enough. We see it more and more and more. That Foggy was successful with it last time at GCS, and now the Koreans are playing it as well. But he needs an expo to be able to afford this.
So he has 3 Frenzy Ghouls. Not too much. If the bear's in a bad position, he might be able to pick off those Dryads one by one. But of course, Fork Lightning is going to be a factor as well, with the Naga now reaching level 4. She also has the Cold Arrow level 2. No TP on the... okay, no, he does have one. Okay, so he is on the safe side. And now, Remind again, looking for some more pressure. He has shown how aggressive he wants to be this entire game. And he's walking in again.
I wonder if he has web. Yep, here we see it. But only 1 destroyer up. The ghouls, man, they are no threat at all to Remind's side. But the first bear is falling. Oh, staff out. Well done. Gets a fiend in return. And he's basically down to his heroes. More hippogriffs are coming in. Where's the web? We don't see it there. The Lich in problems. Demon Hunter staffed out. Action-packed fight here. Fork Lightning close to killing the Lich. But the Orb of Corruption is gone currently. But he's able to swap the damage onto the Naga. There's a town portal for him. Oh, the Lich is dead, by the way. Sorry about that. Naga trait maybe. Town portal out. And he loses 2 heroes again.
Dude! This is not the Remind of half a year ago.
No,
not at all. He is playing this so well.
The fights,
aside from the one
execution
mistake where in the early stages he didn't have a save for the demon in place, I'm not seeing much of a mistake at all from the Night Elf player. And even pushing the limits of his race, where many other Night Elves would be feeling hesitant and, you know, staying back. Hey, I got my expo coming up. I can play the passive game. Remind's like, no.
Yeah.
He is 5th gear, full throttle, always in his opponent's face. It's very entertaining to see, and I think WFZ is getting caught off guard by this.
Yeah, it's so cool to see where Remind picks the fights. It was first in front of the of the mercenary camp, then between the expansion and the rat spot. So he keeps him as far away from his expansion as he possibly can. And this leads to so much time for his expo to come up, which is finished now, but this is usually the timing for the undeads to kick them, because it can't be cancelled anymore. But with what? He has a DK, he has a Lich, he has 2 statues and a worm. This army is not able to tear down a Tree of Life.
Just a moment ago, by the way, we had a level 5 demon, and on the other side a level 1 Lich, who's now finally level 2.
5-5 on the Night Elf heroes in general, plus Cloak of Flames is okay-ish, I guess. If you stand right next to Fiends, whatever, 10 DPS is nice. The Night Elf army looking very good. 2 Dryads, 3 Bears, 2 Hippos. I mean, there's a good factor of everything in there. While we completely miss blockers in WFZ's army, damage dealers, well, we have the 2 worms. Heavy focus on them, but can he keep them alive if there's only 1? Okay, 2 Fiends now against an expansion. I think we will see a massive increase in hippogriffs, and here we see 2 fresh ones joining the army. Oh, what the hell? Double Chimera Roost!
All right, this is kind of greedy. Like this is kind of dangerous. The big threat in the undead army is always the air, so the frostworms basically. And if he just makes mass hippos instead, mass hippos and bears and a few dryads, he wins this game 99%. But this is kind of dangerous. If those chimeras get webbed, he kites away, and suddenly like 15-20 supply are stuck doing nothing.
I think if the chimeras get webbed, then the hippogriffs won't.
It's 4 hippos only, though. You can snipe them out.
It's 4 hippos, but it's only 2 fiends.
Yeah, but it's frostworms do deal decent damage, and Call Nova, Fog Lightning.
But chimeras do deal decent damage against fiends as well, even though the attack and armor type are not that great.
Yeah, that's true. But if they find themselves webbed and unable to participate in the fight, I think Remind is taking an unnecessary risk here, but I still think he is absolutely in firm control of this game.
WFZ with a counter expansion now. We see 1 Invo Potion and 1 Heal Scroll on Remind's side. 0 items, right, for WFZ. Yeah, he has nothing, not even a town portal. And the siege begins, but this is more and more time.
Killing WFZ's Naga here is going to be so easy. I wonder if he's going to try to go for it. Moving forward, here we go. Web onto the hippos, so the chimeras can't be webbed, which are coming in from the back. The damage is absolutely overwhelming. The ghouls are gone for the most part already. Demon Hunter running forward. Mass mana burns coming in with his level 5. And he's going to look for more kills. The chimeras easily take out those statues, which are usually so tough to take down. But here, it is child's play.
Of course, he didn't go for the fiends with the chimeras. He aimed for the statues, and that was like, what was it, 2 volleys? And they were gone.
Yep, magic damage pretty good.
It's a pretty good idea, man. I mean, you need the entire game to go perfectly well to be able to go into chimeras. But once you have them, nice addition to the army. Didn't see that before. And pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Remind absolutely surprising me. And I imagine also surprising WFZ, and this was LR. This is kind of like the best undead map, considering that TR is vetoed 95% of the time. Twisted Meadows can also be really good. This is a best of 5, of course, so we have quite a few more games ahead of us, and hopefully it's not going to be a 3-0 again. A very quick 3-0, which we saw earlier, with the moon feeding life. We have a new Prime sub by Yiria777. Thank you very much for joining us here. And yeah, next map is gonna be Amazonia.
Yeah, another good undead map, I think. Expanding, not that easy, but if the expansion's up, of course, the gold mine is massive with 25,000 gold in it.
But also very good things for Night Elf here on this map, as they also favor it against Orc a lot. You can get a lot of experience with the Demon Hunter early and quickly and without much of a risk. And that is always the toughest position I think Night Elves find themselves in. when there's Frenzy Ghoul timing coming in and you don't have level 3 Demon. That always feels so bad.
Yeah.
You feel so vulnerable. You have to huddle in between your Moonwells. You can't go out. You have to be so afraid. But here, if you don't get level 3 Demon on AZ when tier 3 is done, something went really wrong.
Yeah, have fun. Can you get the score in the view bar? What? What? I have no idea what he's talking about. In case you missed it, we will be here tomorrow as well, or at least I will be here as Remo is busy, with Group B. 120 versus Lucifer and Colorful versus Infi. Very interesting matchup. We saw the rise of Colorful recently, and the downfall of Infi continues, I guess. Yeah. So that's gonna be good. And then on Sunday, no Jera Cup, unfortunately, from us, because we'll be in a plane from Amsterdam to Shanghai. We are on the same plane, right?
I think so. we land at the same time, so that would be quite the coincidence if it was 2 different planes. And we also leave from Amsterdam. Do we have some time off to check out Amsterdam for a little? I have never been.
I've been there, and you would love it.
Yeah, I've heard it's a pretty good city. Yeah, but of course, no, we don't have time. I think my layover is like 2.5 hours. That is not quite enough.
For me, it's like 1 hour. So yeah, I think we're leaving Amsterdam at 5:20 p.m. or something.
Something like that. All right, we have the countdown starting, and map number 2 is approaching. Already, kind of surprise here. Remind, as far as the numbers go, certainly not the favorite, and LR was the undead map to take.
Yeah.
Now AZ, more balanced, I would say. When we come to the very, very highest end, top end of competition in Warcraft, one thing that the undead players, shows what the undead players are made of is their worm micro. Like, worms are obviously very strong. You like to refer to them as a 3.5 hero. They're 7 supply, very expensive, hard to get tech-wise, and very difficult to heal up as well, but they are so powerful. One shot does 120 damage, and of course it's magic, so against heavy armor it's even a lot more.
Yeah.
So you can treat worm auto attacks like spells almost. It's so much damage, it's a whole bunch of slow. So the very best undeads are able to manually control their worms. What I've seen from 120 is it almost seems like at times he focuses more on his worm micro than on his heroes at times, because the heroes are often out of mana, but the worms will always get out those right clicks. And getting the most mileage you possibly can out of worms is absolutely amazing as far as min-maxing goes. And this is finally the point that I'm arriving at right now, that I tried to get to. It can be pretty hard here to save your worms above the trees, because there's so much wide open space on Amazonia, something that might have struggled with very hard against Orc, but against Undead, that's a good thing for it.
Indeed, it's their friend. We saw it from Czech. Was it here? No, it was on AI, but it's pretty similar there. That he built a lot of archers late game because it's so accessible and they do decent damage and are very, very cheap. So it's one of the units with the best cost damage ratio. That nobody picked that idea up, unfortunately. I think it's very nice if you can go into hippos at least. So yeah, let's see what we have here. Ooh, what the hell?
Alright, and of course the Ancient of War creep is starting with no lightning shield, by the way. That is not a mistake by Remind. That was intentionally done this way by the Acolyte, drawing the aggro, forcing the mana out of the Renegade so he can't lightning shield after. And this is a DK creeping solo here without the ghouls. The ghouls are still at home. This means that he can tech very early. He could tech right now on 21 supply. Cancels the ghoul and does it. This is like the fastest you can possibly tech. Oftentimes, this is going to be followed up by gargoyles, but of course, this is not really the best gargoyle map.
And China never plays gargoyles, so I would be very surprised to see that. This creep route is fairly normal, I guess, especially for 1-2-0 and WFZ with a lot of skeletons. But he took a lot of damage already, down to 200. That's of course not how it's supposed to be. And I don't think the skeletons can do anything but feed the Demon Hunter now. The archers are too fast, too healthy.
And the DK, by the way, very rarely do we see this, went for coil first to help with the creeping. Because of that he didn't have the aura, because of that he took more damage. But he's gonna get level 2 here with the aura, but already him being so injured, he's not gonna be able to do the ghoul aggressive play into the main, which we don't see that much anymore, but it's kind of vintage WFZ. This is what he always did in 2014, but that stuff doesn't really work anymore.
The item's not that great, slippers and gloves, so a bit more attack speed for the Lich later, but we see again boots of speed, man. Today, I don't know if the pros play it to like celebrate our reunion, but so many boots of speed.
Especially for a Demon Hunter, the boots are just so amazing, man. Weaving in and out, mana burning a hell lot. The value is just crazy you get over time. He already has an Nerve Tower here in the base. He really doesn't want to have this graveyard cancelled. That screws up your timing so much if you have to delay your statues. And DK is already close to level 3, man. So unconventional that undeads favor creeping so much. But the demon, he could go for some creeping of his own, like the trolls to the left or the murlocs in his main. That would get him closer to level 3. But yeah, we know about Remind's playstyle today, and that is all aggression.
True that, and it works out well. Not the level 3 that you mentioned before, and he didn't kill a ghoul just yet, did he?
No.
Alright. So maybe he should be working on that, but at the same time WFZ can't do anything. Now there's tier 2, now that he can buy a potion. Goes for tier 3 immediately. No second hero yet. Also no potion.
Is he gonna go for the Naga again? WFZ here, that was pretty high risk last game. He did get a lot of archers with that. Oh, the invisible Demon Hunter.
Revealed
with
now
good positioning and blocking. Maybe he can force a TP here. The Naga is reaching around from the side. Skeleton in the middle. And again he goes for Naga as well. We know what that means. Most likely one of them is gonna die.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that. Here comes the reveal against the archers. Ghouls joining in, surrounding the Naga. Works flawlessly, well done. But on the other side, many piercing projectiles hit the Naga of WFZ. This one dies.
Looking for
this
the
one dies, but for the mana or against the mana burn. So both Nagas dead. Can he get another surround here? And can he support it? There is a coil soon. He doesn't want to do it.
Alright, so both Nagas die. Gives the DK level 3. Once he has mana, that's gonna be a big deal. And I would say in general, this does favor the undead, as the Night Elf still isn't creeping. Night Elf just wants to get to his Master Bears, to his Dryads, wants to rotate those archers out if at all possible. Get those hero levels up. He's gonna get level 3 Demon here, so that is very important. But the Naga of his is gonna be in deep trouble. Oh my god, he forgot about the tech, didn't he? Did he?
I don't know, he built 2 lures before the tech.
Well, he went for double lures and 4 archers and boots of speed.
Yeah, and second
So he
hero.
invested a lot in the early and mid game.
And
that's kind of dangerous.
Killed.
This is where Frenzy Ghoul timing can really come in hard. I think that the Night Elf should try to look for some more damage, kill some more ghouls. Otherwise, Frenzy is gonna be a real pain.
That's not that easy though, because once the Naga's in range for the archers, they're almost guaranteed dead. So he has to be very careful. He doesn't want to feed the other heroes anymore. Finally gets his level 3. So now he's in a way better situation. WFZ going for the Renegade, but this is scouted. Losing a ghoul. What Remind was not capable of doing like 10 minutes long, the creeps can do.
Yes, TP out of this, of course. Rune Bracers will be getting sold. There's even some value in keeping it because of Fog Lightning and Mana Burn, but not really.
I think you'd rather go for an Invo Potion or whatever.
Yeah.
A Fiend.
And he really needs those Invos. He was having serious trouble keeping his heroes alive, map number 1.
He lost like 6 heroes in that game. but he keeps it so far. Using the coil again to creep the Sasquatch, this is something we see a lot more since, I don't know, spring of 2017. Offensive coils during the creeping phase, not saving the mana anymore. Which leads to faster level 3.
I just noticed I would have loved if Remind actually stole the invul from his opponent's shop. That would have been really, really nice, but didn't actually do it. He's now finally getting his levels up, so the Naga did find a way to power creep, and that way is, of course, with the Ancient of Wars. This is enough for level 3. Very, very close. And greater healing potion, absolutely what he was looking for. And now the demon, this is where the demon really shows his strength. Outside of the fight, before the real engagement actually starts, he's gonna be moving in and out all the time and trying to burn as much mana as he can. But actually he's gonna be satisfied with only one. I guess he could have done a little bit more there, but wants to join his main force in the middle. And those archers, man, they're hurt. One Nova and they're all dead. And the Lich is moving in, and boom, there we go. One Nova hitting 3 archers. And with the Naga, he could pick them off one by one, but WFZ, man, he just seems to be afraid. Maybe too respectful a little of his opponent here.
Yeah, and he has to run away again. And this didn't look good for him the last game. Destroyer upgrade is now finished, but will it help him? I doubt it. Well, the hero overlay is going completely crazy, and I have no idea how to fix it right now.
But timing-wise, this is shaping up pretty nicely, I would say. For WFZ, we can see the Frostworm is about 20% done, and it's absolutely going to be up before the Expo is done. And that, of course, means a lot of money that the Night Elf invested, which actually hasn't paid off yet, isn't helping him as far as the army is concerned. We also have a lot of ghouls still remaining who are all still hacking away at the lumber. This means he's probably going to be able to pull all of them into the fight with the aid of the Frostworm, and that is where the undead is really strong. But again, the hero levels are the concern. Only level 1 and 1 for Lich and Naga. He doesn't have a TP anymore, so diving deep for creep camps is very dangerous.
Yeah, Remind again going for the expansion, and he wants to take a fight, I guess. I mean, he's positioning in the middle of the map, wants to catch WFZ off guard, but he's getting stronger and stronger with the worm now. Second worm on the way, destroyer upgrade finished, first one in the air. As you mentioned, so many ghouls. And I don't think he can win this fight, but has
WFZ
staff,
only needs an invul and then he should be fine.
And he got it.
There we go.
57 supply for the undead, 46 only for Remind.
And the way this fight is supposed to be played out is, of course, the Frostworm attacks the heroes and the bears, and the Frenzy Ghouls run past the bears and slaughter the backline. And now he's going towards the Expo, and here we go. Wide open area, bad for the worm, but also bad for the archers. First coil comes towards the worm, but not taking too much damage here. The Naga, however, she's in trouble. Invul will be transferred. Where's the Invul on the other side? Actually on the DK. Don't know about that choice. But he's gonna get one more worm here, bear here it seems. Worm still alive. He actually stays out of range to be able to retain the mana for the coil, but the worm does die in the end. Naga in trouble. TP's out and will survive. How about his own Naga? She gets out. Oh no! The last few spears actually find the kill. And the Expo stays up. This is very bad news now for the undead.
True. I was thinking for a split second if he could kill it with all the ghouls, but without a worm it's not really possible. Here's the second one, just a tiny bit too late to be able to keep up the pressure, but Remind is pushing forward with his strong Demon Hunter. Trying to get some last
that
hits.
Was having the invul on the DK, not on the more vulnerable other heroes. Oh, the Naga now in trouble. If the Frostworm reaches for the slow, this could be the kill. But he can't quite get in range. There we go. Demon Hunter buys a staff of his own. No, he won't. He could. He's right next to his shop. Maybe he doesn't have enough gold or anything. Invul heliport transferred. That keeps the Naga alive, actually. And now we have the first few hippos coming out. The Frostworm can't really attack anymore. Has to go back and will be dying again. He's not level 2 on the Lich. He can't deny the experience. And that's level 4 already for this Demon Hunter, who is now cleaning the floor, wiping the floor with all these ghouls. One kill after another going his way.
3 ghoul kills in just a split second. He's trying to save that one, blocks himself, even investing a Nova into it. But the Demon Hunter on boots is like so fast. But he saves it in the end, so that was worth it. But I'm so impressed with Remind's fights today. He's winning every single one of them against WFZ. He's usually very strong against Night Elf, but not today, as it seems. Expo's up, Expo's running. More and more hippos streaming in, also upgrades and sirens in the background.
And towards the first part of that engagement, the Expo actually was not done yet. It was at like 80%.
Yeah.
And of course with Frenzy Ghouls and Frost Worms, your damage output is so high. He could have dived into the natural position there and killed that base. Maybe he thought though that that would put him in a bad position, but I actually think it would have been an amazing position because there's trees back there. And he could have saved the Frost Worm above those because there were no hippos out yet. I don't know, maybe WFZ was feeling a little too confident. He was up in supply, fighting out in the open like that.
Two
and now
dead
again,
Frost Worm.
Remind, this should honestly be his game for the taking. But of course it's not over yet.
2 dead Frost Worms is something that we very rarely see that early in a game, and that shows a lack of good fighting positions for WFZ and also a little bit of lack of micro. Warsong battle jumps, by the way, for Remind, who of course with Bears and Demon Hunter can take those red spots with ease. And that is so much more damage, man. Roar and Warsong, have fun with that.
And again, WFZ trying for the counter expo. Not scouted yet, but this army is so weak. And of course, this is a small map, so chances are this is going to be scouted by the Night Elf. By the way, we only have 1 single Fiend and already 2 hippos up in the air. And it's only going to be getting more, I think, unless he wants to go for Chims again. But we don't see a roost yet.
We do, at the expansion. And we see another fight. Maybe he doesn't need them anyway, but no, TP out immediately. No kills on neither side. But yeah, it's Chimeras again. I'm looking for the second roost, but he doesn't feel that comfortable this time, I guess. Or doesn't have the resources, but such a nice way to snipe the statues, which are really helping a lot in big fights and long fights.
That's true.
But I mean,
I wonder if he also does this in like completely dead even games when it's a 50-50 chance to win. He still goes for a roost because it is pretty risky in my opinion.
It is, and it's very rare that the Night Elf sees himself in a position where his expo is up, everything looks good, he doesn't need too many hippos right now, so he doesn't have to go for double Engine of Wind, so he saves some money and lumber. Counter expansion by WFZ again, by the way.
Here we go. Hippos getting Coil Nova and Fog Lightning, but only one getting web. Where's the other webs? There they are. And of course, the Frostworm has to kite back now. Hippos not a threat anymore, but the Naga finds himself in a bad position. This time he does have the invul on the second hero, but here the web ends and they're moving forward. And the Frostworm might not be dying yet, but isn't dealing any damage either. Invul popped right now, and the statue is in trouble even without the Chims, which aren't here yet. There's no TP, by the way, on the undead side, so he can't get out of this.
Lich.
Now the Lich in deep, deep trouble, and he is gonna be falling. And this seems to be very, very painful now for the undead, chasing forward towards the DK. The Frostworm is trying to slow the demon as much as he can, but he finds himself in trouble and dies again. The third Frostworm dying this game marks level 5 for the Demon Hunter, and I think the DK is not going to be long for this world. A little bit of slow will be his demise, and he does die right here. The Naga will be following. That's GG, and the 2-0 for Remind.
This is unbelievable. For years, or well, since his comeback, which is, I think, 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago, he had no chance against the top undeads in the world. Even tier 2 undeads were a problem for Remind. Even catching up with them or having an even game with them, he was destroyed. I mean, I think like 12 times in a row against 1-0, except troll games where he went like Lich first, and even that I think was won by 1-0. And all of a freaking sudden, he kills Remind 2-0 today.
And I think it's really the aggression that is doing the work here. He always goes for the Naga, at least the 2 games we saw. And of course, with her you can be way more aggressive than you can with a Panda. And it's totally working out for him.
Yeah.
I think WFZ had actually a good chance to win that second map. But fighting out in the open with a Frostworm, that is what you have to learn. And maybe what he was reminded of right there. Once the Frostworm's gone, the Demon Hunter and the Naga just are a little too scary. But it was at least a close game. It was not like a ruffle stomp like map number 1.
That's true. It's getting closer. The next map is gonna be Ancient Isles. We talked about that before. Once again, kind of open battlefield if you're getting caught in a bad position. We have a new sub, by the way, and I will butcher your name, I'm pretty sure of that. Mr. GN or Mr. Goon 195, 6 months already. I'm in the middle of my exam time. Watching you guys calms me down a lot. Good luck, bro. Do your best to get a better job.
Usually we're told that our commentary is way too loud and hectic, and but I'm glad it calms you down.
Yeah, it's indeed interesting.
By the way, can you study with music on? Or does it have to be silent?
Yeah, it has to be like my best music to study is Prida by DJ Pritz.
It's like deep house stuff or something.
I don't really know what it's called. It's like very simple electronic music, but it's not really deep house. It's like more Abwechslung, more variety in the track than deep house and minimal shit, but it's still very relaxing.
Okay.
I shared it on Twitter recently.
Yeah, I absolutely cannot study with the music on. It has to be absolutely 100% silent. But lots of my friends listen to deep house as well. All right, Ancient Isles. I would say a better map for the undead. And first thing to come to mind is, of course, trees for Frostworms and all that stuff. Also pretty hard for Night Elf to creep here. This is a map where we can often see the Demon Hunter struggling really hard to reach level 3. But I think one very specific thing that helps the undead out a lot is look at the expansion layout for the Night Elf. Because, of course, in this matchup, we've seen expos like, I would say, I don't know, 90% of the time, maybe more. And when you stand towards the south of the gold mine at the expansion, you have trees to the left and to the right. So basically, wherever the fight goes, wherever it moves, there's always going to be trees there. So 300 degrees tree coverage, basically.
It's true.
So I think that is a big upside for the undead. And we see a Ghoul Scout coming out for WFZ this time. He hasn't done this in the 2 previous games, by the way, where he chose not to scout. Of course, on AI, we sometimes see the greedy natural creep first.
Hi, it's Sonic.
Because I said before, it can be hard for the demon here to find level 3, but this is not going to be happening today.
Oh, that's right. The position you mentioned, we see it here now a little better since it's brighter. This is what Remo mentioned before. It's also a great position against humans for undead, so they like to be there in that very space. Demon Hunter out, Gloves of Haste for him. On the other side, DK, of course, with more and more ghouls. I wonder if he does this 5 to 6 ghoul push in the early stages. I mean, the Moonwell is already pretty hurt, needs repair for sure. This will delay the tech a little.
Yeah, with the DK running over right away, this definitely looks like that ghoul pressure. And this is what WFZ played for like a year straight and won every time. But usually this doesn't work too well anymore. Demon Hunter only needs 1 single skeleton here to reach level 2, which is going to help him a lot in the defense. Depending on how many ghouls are pulled for this attack, by the way, this can be very dangerous. If it's like 7 ghouls, no matter if the Demon Hunter is level 2, this is still very dangerous. You have to multitask a lot and try to keep your Wisps, Moonwells, Archers, and Demon alive. Don't walk into surrounds. Don't mess up. So far, the ghouls still in the base. Now they leave. Are they gonna go for creeping?
Looks like creeping.
It looks like creeping. Good scout by the Wisp, by the way. Very, very good.
Nice timing by WFZ. Maybe by Remind. If he 3-0s him here, man, that would be. I'm so baffled. I would be so baffled.
No one would have expected this.
No.
But I'm really impressed with Remind today, man. He's playing really well. And WFZ not on top of his game, in my opinion.
Yeah, he does have 1 week to practice for GCS. He should step up his game, definitely. But in general, he's definitely a contender for top 6, maybe even top 4, if he's having a few good days.
We have 4 archers now, by the way, and this is where Remind feels safe enough. The Ancient of War uproots and is actually gonna walk towards the middle here, where he might be able to continue creeping. The ghouls again, beginning the next tiny creep camp by themselves, where the DK is trying to keep the Night Elf busy, and this should be level 2. I'm not sure of this, but I believe it is. Let's see. And it's actually precisely enough. Very rare creep route here. Alright, and now to...
Is this not a Remo special creep route?
No, the Remo special creep route is you run to the merchant right away. If you get scouted, it's bad news there. But if you don't, it's really good. Going for the boots here is the DK. This means most likely he wants to go for the Naga again.
Yeah, pretty much a happy move, right? Before he joined Netties, I haven't seen this. But it gets more and more popular, I think.
Yeah. And with a demon, not level 3, the Naga doesn't have to be too afraid. Alright, tier 2 is by the way going to be finishing up pretty much at the same time for both players. In fact, it's going to be a little bit faster for the Night Elf. Does he expect these archers here? Doesn't look like it.
I could use Dust, but he's just playing Ring Around the Tavern and is wasting time at the moment. This is not bringing the ghouls to the base, and double Naga again, and now the archers are revealing themselves. Looks a bit better for WFZ, but he's right next to the Demon Hunter. Looks like both will die again. Yeah, Frostborn hungers, kills the blue one of Remind, but this time, maybe I was a little too fast. Now he has boots. Nice transfer from the DK towards the Naga, and he's safe now, or she.
She's very hurt though. There's no tech happening yet in the main, so the demon will be slowed and the Naga won't die. But she has to go for a healing potion because statues are so far away. And now does he want to go for statues because he needs statues, but then his tier 3 is going to be so late. So the single boots of speed pickup does slow down the undead by a lot. He did get the Naga kill, but he needed to get the Naga kill.
Oh, can he get us around with the ghouls now? Just a little too late with the Naga, a little too slow with the Naga to apply the frost arrow once again, but this is looking better. But yeah, this is one of the specialties of Night Elves, to just squeeze out of those surrounds.
Alright, the big creep is done, but I don't think he can go for the wardens. Oh, the Naga very far up front. Healing potion being used. Maybe he baited it. Is this gonna force the TP? It might. It very well might. And yes, it will.
Oh, how much moon juice is there? Okay, it's full. So at least he has that. Ancient of War gone. This means creeping the expansion is gonna be a lot harder later on. But he took that risk willingly. Going right back into the fight here. Gloves off, non-stop action.
This is looking better than the other games have for WFZ, I would say. Only issue here for him is he did delay his tech in favor of like Naga aggression, boost of speed, and all that, healing potions. So only now he is getting the slaughterhouse along with the tech in his main. And the Night Elf, we can see him only slightly behind in tech, where usually he would be quite a bit further behind. But WFZ at least keeps him busy. Demon isn't creeping, and remember what I said before, this can be a map where the Demon struggles to find level 3, and the Ancient of War is dead now, making creeping even harder. And do you really want to creep those gnolls right here? They have Purge, you don't have a TP, you don't have a staff, no invul. This would be a big risk, and he takes it.
Just sniping the gnoll and then trying to escape with the first Dryad, which is there. Applying good damage to the DK.
Right,
so he's not able to... Yeah, the Dryad timing was absolutely perfect. To just slow him down and deny the steal. Second Dryad out now. And yeah, still not level 3 though. But he's getting there. Level 3 on neither side, by the way. This is a very untypical Ancient Isles games. Usually they both parties leave each other alone and creep around the entire map, and when it's empty they fight finally. But this looks
definitely
better.
Favors WFZ. Frenzy ghouls are so ridiculously strong against weak heroes, and of course we're too early into the game to have a lot of bears. And here we go, Frenzy ghouls are leaving the main. They're not frenzy yet, but about to be. The Lich is coming as well, and he's gonna get one archer kill here, maybe. But that's not even that important. Just keep him from creeping. Keep him from level 3. But now the Naga, oh, in deep trouble. And with a double slow, that has to be the death here. I think he transfers the TP, but doesn't get it off. Now he might lose the DK. Is he just throwing this game away? I think he is. Oh no, double level up. No heroes on the battlefield. Now the Naga comes back with the buyback. TP's out to save the rest of the army, but he loses another Fiend.
What a disaster for WFZ. The entire series is not going his way, but this game, finally, he picked up the pace of Remind and was finally able and had a solution for this, and then one item swap, a split second too late, and everything falls apart. Expensive buyback on the Naga. DK will take some time.
So frustrating for WFZ, and Remind knows he was in a tough spot in this game, but now he can breathe a big sigh of relief. He has bought himself so much time, and he can just keep on creeping now. He's gonna have, suddenly he has a level 3. He was at level 1 a second ago, struggling to get level 3 on his demon. Health stone as well.
Nice.
Being rewarded by the gods.
Tree of Life being constructed at the first creep spot as well. So he's so safe. I was scouting the base for the first Chimera Roost, but of course expansion is way more important here.
Chimera's on one base.
Well, it's Night Elf.
One can dream. Oh man. What a shot into the own foot. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, speaking of the guy on the bike sticking the stick into his own wheel.
Yeah.
This was a prime example for that. DK is back though.
Only 2.5.
Oh, he
Level 1
knows
lich
it.
only.
He knew it.
But he finally has the orb at least.
Yeah, on the DK.
There's no TP in this Knight of Army, by the way. If the Naga dies, everything could fall apart. Lots of Frenzy Ghouls, so the hero damage is good. There we see the Regio coming out. Dispel, is he gonna hit it? He misses the Dispel! Are you kidding me? Misses the Dispel on the slow Demon Hunter. That just can't happen. And he's just clicking on him, but he's not dying. I think he used the Health Stone before. He still has an invul on the Naga. But now the Lich, against bears and double slow. This isn't looking good. But the Demon, he loses him! Are you kidding me? And now the Naga in trouble, getting surrounded. What is this game? Both players trying to throw as best they can, trying to get into Major League Baseball or something. I don't know. The Naga to the top. Seems to be safe now, however.
Oh, Remind. He's down to 33. Slow coming in. Still a hell of a lot of Frenzy Ghouls. They can pick up the pieces, dry it down as well. Demon Hunter back, so he could staff out that bear and at least save that one. But he had that game in the back, and all of a sudden his first hero dies, and everything is open up again. This is what a weird game this is.
I think it's pretty entertaining, though.
It is, it is. Weird guys are always entertaining, so are weird games.
Huh. Do we have a Boneyard coming? No, it's gonna be a while. Sacrificial Pit, only now nearing completion. Tree of Life without the Nature's Blessing.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a sweet time, no need to hurry. No hassle.
Yeah, we are way ahead of our schedule, so take time, little Tree of Life.
Look at this, man. Remind now, without invul or TP.
So risky.
Only like 3 bears and a dryad. This is also dangerous. He wants to keep us entertained here, it seems. And the ghouls are coming in, but there's no Lich, no Nova, no Orb, so getting that kill would be hard. He's coming now.
Yeah, 3-3-2 heroes. This time it looks better. Hero-wise for WFZ against, what is it, level 3-3? Yes, close to 4-4 though.
Alright, we have the first Hippo up in the air. I'm not sure that he has web actually. He's really low on lumber. He's keeping the ghouls with the army, expecting a fight. By the way, Scourge Bone Shine's pretty nice for those Frenzy Ghouls. Finally, a invul has not been bought. Oh, he stole it! I think the Undead stole it, right? Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
oh, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal.
Phew, expansion is up, but not running, so it didn't pay off at all. 45 versus 54, and he has so much normal damage. Is Web there? That's the question. Otherwise, he can't really... Oh, doesn't look like it. Oh, there it is. Nice timing. And the ghouls, they're suffering. Yeah, but it buys time. Nova onto the bears now. Whoa, orb of annihilation. Look at the damage against the bears. One down, second one to follow. And the Fiend still standing
strong. Not going for the heroes. Remember, there's no invulns for this Night Elf army. The DK now kind of in trouble. This healing ward, the third charge being used, also putting in a lot of work. Long range web gets the hippo. It's gonna be another kill. And this is the Undead taking a big supply lead with 11. And this Expo still not worth its investment.
Smells.
I think a reminder has to let this go.
Smells like game 4. But nothing's for sure at this spectacular game that we're seeing. Rejuvenation on the Demon Hunter. This time he hits the Dispel, and the Naga is in deep trouble. Hits another Fork Lightning, but the Lich with... Oh, nice stab! Invo Potion on the Lich. Now the Demon Hunter. Can he actually defend this Expo? Mass repair? Oh, there's actually no repair. He just wants some gold out of it before it all dies.
WFZ stole the next invul from the shop.
So important.
He's doing a really good job of this. Prioritizing those invuls. Knows how important they are. And that's the kill.
Yep, that didn't pay off at all. 57 food for the Undead. Is there a boneyard this time? No, not at all. So he plays it with Destroyers only. Remind aggressive again. Gets one Fiend. But I think the rest of his army will just suffer.
There's no mana though on this Undead army, so the Demon and the Naga can feel pretty free. But speaking of Naga, now she's in trouble. There's a staff on the Demon though, so she should be able to be saved. And there we go. But now the Demon caught out on his own. He can't be staffed. He doesn't have boost of speed either. Eats the Fiend, uses the Nova, goes for the Focus Fire, and will he get the kill? Staff is not enough. Triple level up, and that's the GG.
And that is WFZ staying alive in the tournament. This game is about elimination from NSL Group A. And yeah, after 2 defeats and 2 very one-sided defeats, he's back despite one major mistake in the middle of the game. But he came back, exploited the one mistake that Remind did when he had the big lead. And yeah, we're going on to map 4.
Could this be the beginning of the comeback? Honestly, this was so Remind possibly gifting away the series right there. This game was won. Like this, that was supposed to be done and dusted, over in the bag, easy.
Totally agree.
But when you're so aggressive, when you don't let go, and when you don't carry the TP, sometimes you get punished for this.
Yeah, but we saw WFZ doing a lot of cool moves here. The ghouls around, they worked this time. Stealing the invul potions, this worked this time. Creeping was a lot better. Like creeping simultaneously to the harass was very nice. So yeah, maybe he needed some time to warm up, but now he's there. And then if that's the case, Remind might be in trouble.
I hope so. I hope this was a wake-up call for him, because map 1 and 2, he got kind of outplayed, and I want to see a long series here. I want to see an even series, and it took big mistakes in map number 3 to make this an even matchup. But now maybe both are gonna be playing a little more cleanly here on map number 3, which is gonna be Echo Isles. Very notorious expansion map, but Night Elves don't really care about that. They always expand against Undead. Doesn't matter which map it might be, but shop control is going to be coming in key here again. Really? Only one single shop on Echo near.
That I've heard about that, and that might be an important thing here. I mean, we have seen the fights around one shop in the last map as well, and there WFZ had the upper hand, but this is gonna be a little different here. We see the players once again. Remind from Korea, WFZ from China. We're going into map 4. As you said, Echo Isles. Match point still for the BlizzCon champion of 2010. And the winner will face live, of course, in the lower bracket final for the playoffs in 1 month.
1 month?
Yeah. Oh, no, 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 2 weeks? 3 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, okay.
Yeah. Next week is Group C and D, and then it's the losers finals of Group A and B. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so in 2 weeks.
Alrighty. Echo Isles, one of the most legendary maps. I don't know that's actually something you can say about Warcraft though, because most of our maps are like 15 years old or something. So, but a very unique map, and the most unique thing about this map is no laboratory and only one merchant, and that's not only important for if both players are looking for those invols. Heal scrolls, of course, not going to be too relevant in this matchup, but invols absolutely are, unless the Night Elf goes for a Panda. Oh, god diggity damn.
It's a Warden.
This is the one game where he defeated 1-0 like half a year ago on Turtle Rock. So this hero can absolutely catch the opponent off guard. This hero is totally out of the meta game at the moment. But he's gonna be picked up now.
Okay, I wonder if the ghoul will see her. I guess, yeah, he will. He's gonna attack the Moonwell and wait for it and then see her. So, what does it mean for WFZ's game if he sees that Warden?
With the Warden, even more so than with any other hero, you want to limit her creeping as much as you can. If Warden is level 2, against your Frenzy Ghouls, the game is just over. It's done. There's no way the Night Elf can win that.
But with
unless he already has an expansion up for a while, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Alright, Warden's gonna chase for the Ghoul here. And if she wants to get him, it's probably gonna take 2 Shadow Strikes.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, absolutely worth it.
150 mana, that's pretty expensive, especially when it comes to healing up. And early Ghoul pressure is something that we see a lot against the Warden.
So, getting rid of one helps to delay the critical mass of ghouls. Super close to level 2 already. And the DK again, no aura. This time it's very understandable so, because there's no mana burn. But it's gonna be damage against the DK. Maybe he saves the mana for more ghouls and it's not attack the DK. It seems to be the game plan here.
Yeah, only one Shadow Strike here is available. That's not worth it. Also, boost speed might be an important pickup here, but I don't know that the 2 players are going to be in position because I expect the ghouls to be moving over now. Tier 2 tech has started, only for the undead though. Wow, he's actually expanding with a level 1 Warden. This is so greedy. This is so greedy. He's on 1 archer. No, he's on 2, but he's not making any more. He's not making any more archers, man.
And he can't really creep anywhere because the DK is always around the Warden and the Engine of War is so far away. I mean, he can creep with the Tree of Life, the Mercenary Camp, I guess, once it's finished, but that will take so much time. There's no progress for the Korean at the moment at all, and there's nothing in sight as well.
And WZ should start to get antsy now. He's like, huh, you got 2 archers? That's not the right number. What are you doing? I don't know that he saw any of the rest. Hunter's Hall or Expo is really close, but it's nighttime. Level 2 for the Warden. Important level up. She's gonna need a lot of those. And more Agents of War coming up to the south. Tier 1 Mass Hunts expansion against an undead. Huh.
Will he be going into Gargs then? I mean, it's the logical counter, right?
This is so unusual. I don't know. It's too early of an expansion to play the tier 3 timing push, which because it's just gonna be like 70 supply then, and then it's just too much. He could even counter expand, I think. He could creep the Expo down there with only ghouls, but again, very good Wisp scouting coming out.
Oh, the
I
skeleton?
know, this is weird.
Is he attacking the creeps? It doesn't work that way, I guess.
The ghouls are moving down to the natural. I don't think he can creep it with only 5, though.
So the good thing about Huntress, though, is they are pretty great against ghouls. And with a good amount of hunts, when there's not too many fiends, he will be able to defend this first push. He
might just be wanting to counter expand here. But there's gonna be a lot of hunts here, so if Remind assumes the counter expansion, you can easily cancel it. Yeah, I don't actually know what you want to go for here. Ghouls, by the way, in the end were not able to finish the creep camp, so should have brought a little more than 5.
The Renegade Wizard still up for grabs, the one that carries the big item and of course the biggest experience. Shadow Strike now, as you want to go for a Surround and Force the Town Hall. Doesn't look like it, just more time and damage. Level 2.6 Warden already. DK, not bad, but also not a threat. What a contested mercenary camp. Took so long. But
he's only taking now. He still had like 400 gold to spare, so he's getting the slaughterhouse and the tech now. But it could have been a lot earlier. Going for 2 slaughterhouses, in fact.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, super fast destroyers. Because the anti-air will be incredibly late. There's still no tech.
And A-bombs are also good. You also need statues, so that's not bad. I mean, the thing is, Huntresses are like... Hunters are like so bad. I hope Starshade isn't watching. He would be very mad at me right now. But Hunts are so bad, especially against the tier 3 undead. They are atrocious.
I mean, obviously. They
So
can't
you need,
attack
like,
them, they take additional damage.
He needs like 70 supply or something. It seems to me that no matter what WFZ is gonna have on his tier 3, it's gonna be good, and the Hunters are gonna be shit against it. So,
and it's not like the Warden on high level can carry against it, especially against destroyers. She's completely like, oh, staff coming in. She can't do anything, but this was scouted by the Lich. He must have seen the teleport, right?
Yeah, he did. Is he buying the dust? He's not buying the dust. Oh, Fan of Knives, that one hurt. 2 kills immediately for the Warden. Oh, she's surrounded. She's gonna be a TP.
Yeah, Steph's
She doesn't have Blink, doesn't she? She just leveled up, so she might have the 2-1-1 build. That's gonna be the TP.
Not really a good trade, but of course, time. Time is all that Remind needs, and he got that.
1 coil could finish off the hunt. Is that worth it? No, he's only level 2.
He is still not teching.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
was he expecting a counter expansion? I mean, he saw the double slaughterhouse now, so there must be a reaction to this. He's breaking up keep already. He gets a lot of creep spots on the map, so he has map control obviously with so many hunches. But the clock is ticking.
The thing is, when the Warden's out of mana, 3 heroes and 2 statues can defeat like 10 huntresses.
Yeah, and the destroyer upgrade has started. 1/4 is already done. He would need mass archers now, but he's not even producing them.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think WC is a little flabbergasted, kind of like we are. It's just not looking so crisp. In his main base, he still has 700 gold. He's been floating so many resources, and when you're going up against an expansion, you really want to hit a timing as crisp as possible. But he's gonna be delaying his attack.
2 abominations, by the way, in production now.
There's an acolyte leaving the base. He actually wants to expand now.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's the weird timing. Like, he has to know there's like 70 supply for the night elf close to it.
Yeah, I think the expansion makes him vulnerable, while a big push with destroyers and the first abominations, what is he supposed to do against that? It's so many hunts though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hunches.
And he's going to now, by the way, is the Night Elf. Mass Dryads are pretty good against A-bombs. It's gonna be a while though until we see those. And the Acolyte is creating the expansion right now. This has to be scouted by the Night Elf. This has to be cancelled. This is also obviously easily cancelled with all these hunts. He can't miss this. At the moment though, he hasn't seen it yet. He's going towards the main again. And looking for some more damage. He's almost level 5 already.
Some of experience at the Murloc spot there. This should and could be level 5 on the Warden. Yeah, this will be level 5. She's waiting. Still no blink. He wants level 5 for the blink and then jump into the gold mine. There we go. Here we see it. Fan of Knives. So effective.
Yeah. And in an expansion versus expansion game, this harass that the Warden can pull off is pretty strong. So at the moment we have 0 Acolytes. And now WFZ is looking for the engagement. He's down by about 20 supply though. However, of course, the supply that the Night Elf has isn't too good. But the Warden, she does have strong spells now, and she's getting closer to 6.
It must be a hero focus then, I guess. Fan of Knives number 1. It's just right clicks from Remind side. Coils were good so far. Disease Cloud, of course, applied to everything. Oh, nice. Scroll of the Beast being used. Mass damage. Lich gets a coil, and there's more where that one came from. Nice Nova 2. And level 3 Lich. But he's chasing him away, and the A-bombs seem to lose this fight. There's just so many Huntress.
There's so many hunts. Oh, the Lich in trouble, getting focused.
It's almost surrounded there. Has to pull the town pole. He gets one more abomination. Maybe a second one with a big volley? No. But wow, this went a lot better than expected for Remind.
Yeah.
Who's on level on tier 2 now? Double Engine of Lore coming. Still 500 gold.
Scroll of the Beast there helped a lot actually.
Yeah.
It did get partly the spell, but it's only 1 destroyer, so you can't get rid of all of it. Alright, the haunted gold mine is up to the south, but we still need more Acolytes. WFZ needs a lot more Acolytes. He still has quite a bit of money here to work with.
This one harass of the Warden gave him an 800 gold lead.
Yeah.
That's so much. Heal scroll again, of course, absolutely necessary against Disease Cloud on his Mass Huntress.
And double AOL is coming up in the main, and once Dryads are in this army, this is gonna get a lot harder for the Undead. But he has closed the supply gap, only about 10. And once there's like Spirit Towers and Narrow Towers at this expansion, it's gonna be very hard to crack.
Temple of the Damned.
That's really weird.
What?
Maybe he thinks Remind is still tier 1, then actually the Necros are pretty good. And here we go, more and more hunts are dying. The Ghouls actually saves all of them. Level 4 for the DK. Only 1 A-bomb, however, standing in front. And the Acolytes are again feeling the pain. The Warden looking for more economy kills. The Acolytes are suffering, and she's getting closer to 6 bit by bit.
Nova and right clicks are doing a good job so far though. DK has no item. Fan of Knives again. Nice. Okay, he used Dark Ritual to save him here. Maybe a surround. Yeah, gets it on the Lich. There's no TP as I said. This should be the end of the second hero. One more coil. But can he fight out? I think it's not possible, and it's not. And the Orb of Corruption is gone. WFZ might lose his expansion here, and that means might lose the game, and that might be the elimination from this tournament.
This is really looking like a star-shaped game.
Yeah.
Just Mass hunts.
One more kill for level 6. It doesn't have mana.
You could get the statue here possibly.
And the block was fine for a bit. Otherwise he can... Ah, okay, no mana. Otherwise he could just jump in and kill another Acolyte here. But this all buys so much time for the normal damage of Huntress to kill the Haunted Gold Mine. You all know what that means. 1 base down against 2 base. Oh, look at this. The owls. The little spectators here for the kill. And the expo's gone.
The army still isn't too impressive for the Night Elf. I guess that's the silver lining, but it's gonna get a whole lot more dangerous. Only 2 experience separate the Warden from one of the strongest ultimate in the game.
I thought she was buying a mana potion to make that happen, but just used the moon juice, which is okay. 0 gold on Remind side, invests everything. Invis potion, scroll of healing, potion of lesser invulnerability, and that means going into the main base, using Fan of Knives, getting level 6, and the ult. Engine of Wind coming down south, so Hippogriffs will be part of the army as well. Tier 3 is coming. Rejuvenation is already there. But first we follow the Warden on her way to level 6.
And you should get it right away. There's Acolytes spreading out, actually. He expects this to happen. But unfortunate for him, there's only 1 single kill required. Clutch Dust coming in at the right time. Doesn't matter, though. She gets level 6. Is she gonna do the cheesy play and go for level 3 Blink? That would be pretty risky. But first she's gonna look for more damage. No ultimate committed yet. And those ghouls looking to be in quite a lot of trouble as well. Blink, Fan of Knives, 2 more kills. 3 more kills, in fact. Was that the level 3 Blink?
I think so. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it was. So no Avatar Vengeance.
That's really dangerous, though, man. That is asking for trouble. He's backing this up with a decent army now. But alright. Yeah, this is level 3 Blink.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, mana potion. This is so much damage coming along the way.
Oh, this is so frustrating for WFZ right now. He's so annoyed.
Nice to see it work, though. I mean, this is an approach that we haven't seen in a long time. But she's needed back with her army to fight against the Abominations. Fan of Knives not that great against A-bombs, but in combination with the Huntress AoE, that's nice. DK already super low again. No healing on him except Death Pact. And he might need it. Yeah, eats Abomination, which is of course full heal.
Yeah, it's just too much. Too much stuff. The Lich might be signaling the end here if he dies. Whoa. And he dies before the coil arrives, and that has to be it finally. Level 7 for the Warden. Will we see the ultimate before this game is over? She has the mana potion to make it happen. He's just having fun and maybe also thinking to himself, come on, bruh.
I really think he has a lot of fun right now. Finally, a big win over an Undead in a dominating fashion across 3 maps. And yeah, he's not going for Avatar Shadow Strike just to slow the DK down. There is no TP, there is no Invo Potion, there is nothing that can save this ass of the DK. And both heroes are dead. And the rest of the army will follow. Massive economy lead for Remind across the series. And the blinking Warden, man, it's just so super duper strong. Oh, the Hippogriff will kill the Destroyer. There's no web anywhere near. 7.5.
Yeah, it looks like WFZ. Can't believe it.
He actually
losing to Remind.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, this was a free win for him. But there was a lot of time to prepare for this. And it looks like Remind finally overcame his big weakness.
A player's forces are under attack.
WFZ today not as impressive in this matchup as he usually is. GG, finally, Remind takes it in style with a Warden on Echo. And he moves on.
Sick. We have our first player in the playoffs, that is Moon. We have our first player that is eliminated, that is WFZ, very surprisingly so, in a group with 3 Night Elves. So this results in a lower bracket final of Remind versus Life. And that is a rematch from the winner bracket semifinal, where Life pulled the big surprise and was able to defeat Remind, but that was a 3-2. So super duper close. And I'm looking forward to this lower bracket final in 2 weeks, man. I can't wait. Just waiting for Liquipedia to update, and then we will show it on stream as well.
It's pretty gonna be fun. But of course you don't have to wait that long for Warcraft action in NSL to continue. That's going to be tomorrow with Lucifer, 120, Colorful, and Infi. And actually, I just saw Starshapes in chat. I hope you saw the game in honor of Mr. Oscar.
New meta against Undead.
I think WZ really got caught off guard there.
Yeah.
He was playing so weird. Like, that's a warden, man. You don't want to give her time. You want to slam that girl.
I agree. But he was very hesitant, and I think going for the expansion and not for the big push was a big mistake.
Making lores is cheating, though.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, he didn't stick to the hunts. He didn't go for the tier 3 glaives hunts.
Yeah, super lame play. No, not at all. Remind, really impressive today. With a lot of good ideas. Across almost every single map, he had something special to show us, whether it be timings or fighting positions or solutions like chimeras. That was damn fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of Remind versus Undead if he continues to do that.
Yeah, I think if he irons out those slight little mistakes, like sometimes he's really playing it damn hard to the edge, and sometimes he gets punished. But if he gets rid of those mistakes, I would love to see him play against like 120, for example, who he has of course been unbeaten in best of 3s against Night Elf in a very long time.
Forever.
Maybe this has changed like recently, but his track record is incredible. But if Remind keeps playing like this, he may have a good chance.
Yeah.
Of course, Remind, he has been up and down. He's not always been in the dumpster that he was for a while. In GCS Season 1, actually, he got 3rd place, didn't he?
3rd or 4th? I think you're right.
So
Yeah,
he
3rd
has
place.
been near the top and then disappeared again. I hope this time he's going to be here to stay.
Yeah. So this is Group A so far. What we've seen today: Moon 3-0ing live to a big surprise. WFZ losing 1-3. He's out of NSL. And the lower bracket is Remind versus Life. As you can see, tomorrow we have this for you: Lucifer versus 120 for the playoffs, and an Undead Mirror, Colorful versus Infi for the loser will be eliminated in Group B. And that's our cast for tomorrow. That's our cast for the week, because we too are going to Shanghai on Sunday. No Jura Cup, but our broadcast from Shanghai starts on August 16. It's gonna be 12 CEST or 6 p.m. China time, but we will keep you up to date on Wikipedia, read more, Reddit, etc., once we are able to get the information out. Which the groups will be released on Friday. The players know the groups already, so they can prepare for their groups and matchups. And damn, GCS is gonna be fun.
The best players in the world meeting in Shanghai again. We're gonna be there once more, and hopefully you guys tune in, and also tune in tomorrow. You can, as always, stay up to date with the current Warcraft world. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and also here, of course, on our stream on Twitch. And I hope we'll see you guys in the coming days and weeks.
True that. The social media following for Back to Warcraft is growing and growing. In August, we had 450,000 impressions on our social media, which is absolutely insane for Warcraft 3, I guess. We're not leaving without thanking 2 people. Looney LMD for a 3-month resub. He says, "Love you guys. Your stream got me back into Warcraft. Keep up the great work." This is why this channel is called that. And Haha Reingelegt resub for 4 months. Rather playing Heroes of the Storm these days, but good luck for the future. That's kind of nice to hear. But I hope once Battle.net is restored to glory, you will play Warcraft as well. Thank you for the support, Remo. It was a pleasure to finally cast with you again. I think we are not that rusty, and we will be prepared for GCS. What are you doing with the rest of your day?
I think I'm gonna go back to sleep. I didn't sleep so well today.
Me neither. Strangely, is it full moon or something?
Do you believe that?
No, I totally don't. I'd rather believe it was the 3 coffees, 1 energy drink, and half a bottle of Coke that I got yesterday.
And for me, it was construction workers this morning, starting
nice.
their work at 7:15.
Nice.
I mean, that's pretty late on into the day. And yeah, sledgehammers and everything were making a good little mess outside. And fortunately, I live on the ground floor, so I had the perfect spectacle in front of me. So yeah, that's gonna be my exciting day. What are you up to?
I'm gonna cut the VODs and then I'm gonna go to work.
Oh,
Also very exciting.
Glory in store.
And then I'm gonna continue my GCS preparation. So yeah, nothing too exciting that I can tell the guys tomorrow, but we'll see. Maybe some crazy stuff happens. We'll see about that. I think that's it for today. Here are the Donuts. Goodbye routine. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Wir schreiben fleißig an einem neuen Album und es wäre uns ein